capacity building. $40 million. You see the choir capacity building. So sourcing. And you see the moja befa wiem. At the Accra Hospital, drones in a zip line. And you so source. Why now what they ashe big push as no? Because every your contractor ne jabi a usu Boadu ne desisa tapete efele gaba or patros our contract we enya wo dia. Mummy amano na munya abayi na mo ne yente wo Ghana ha. Na mo ya Abayifoɔ
Yaa Titi no. Or say NPP for Yaa Abayifoɔ no door son. Bayi no door son. Na mo beka so source en wanse. Mo beka so source en wanse. Akwan ne nneoma maye wo krum ha. Ofanko kwan. Ehwan kwan. Dodowa kwan. Ai se so ami o se hemfa. Ni nyina so source. Ene munya kofi job. Awurade ye ya pramnam de mano. Na Mahama ko make comment kakra bia. Na mo kasa ye dedi. NPP before kasa eye hu dedi. Munye di NPP. Munye di kura. Munye di. Na sa scandal bia mai more than 1 year scandal bia mai, but I said NPP before persisted na mo ya this scandal ever. Kwalibu they say no bed syndrome. Mo ko fa video bi na NPP for ka ho asem gidi. Nyina Yaa Titi yi dia mo. Na Bernard Mona so de na dia feso.
This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Kolebu omode statement bi ababonten I think say ye nyina ye be kan na ade no de wa aye blend no minimara kwache then ya na ade no akika bom no we sure say me for ice obehu so de. All right enti ye nyina ye be kan ma me zoom na afi me hu west na kese kakra so we aye Kolebu Doctors Association statement awamo edi ababonten no best syndrome, overcrowding and medical legal risk at the Accident and Emergency Center of Kolebu Teaching Hospital. The Kolebu Doctors Association has observed with great concern the worsening state of the emergency care and referrals to the Accident and Emergency Department. Recent administrative directives have led to a surge in patient admission that far exceeded the physical and human resources capacity of the Accident and Emergency Center. While we remain committed to the no-bed policy of not turning away any patient brought to the emergency room, the current overcrowding has forced healthcare workers to provide care in non-ideal and improvised settings. The status quo is unsustainable and poses significant risk to both patient recovery and professional integrity. Issues are one more areas patient safety. Overcrowding compromises infection control, delays critical intervention, and increase the livelihood of medical errors. Medical legal vulnerability, providing emergency care on the floor, in chair, or in hallways, places doctors at immense legal risk should adverse events occur. Statement at Kolebu Doctors Association, Edia Bay. I think during the weekend, catch the year who be set. Oko Accident and Emergency Unit and as a department. Work Kolebu Teaching Hospital. What you say nipa bebre na ebi da form ebi etia konwam e na ye hwe say ye betimi ahwe wo mo yade. He say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama e ka kire Ghana for say one doctors kasa na ekwan bia so edi kwan say obi yare ne de ne ko emergency department e wo hospital bi e ka kire say bed ni ho. Ni nyina ba ye nua ba ma ba ko engineer ya ni nuanom kra say na mo ya medical doctors. Ya de kwa ya sabia ni say bed ni ho Near the Nichin, the Nichin, the Korea Chilina, or Tuananum, and one Seado. This is not your first one. Debbie as a me can no best syndrome once and Morgana. Bakwa, a young medium found to work as yet Makawaha on so many occasions. That be a maker because that story still look fresh in my mind. So Janina, Nebani did it chinya, me Korea Chilo Wuton is so okay, me are sure so be a Kaiser story. No, that story no, I dear Chibia is so fresh on my mind. Enti dem bia meti no best syndrome ho asem no ta asem no esimitim se Ghana for mo be kaya yenua be ma eye wachi ta mo be kaya maame dokono kra ko na yie na se no she spoke with bitterness what me say na wa ya bitter wodi ya woda komam se wa cha mo de ni chiye ko wi akire also amade ko do 37 obi a no da ho na ka say wa che ne de na ba ha no wonya bedi ono yare fo no na san sorry ye no de ne bedi ma wa che eti no bed syndrome na ye ade bi a waka Ghana ha ye kanka wo ye ho a at any point in time say hu nkomo ba eye na me pese me bisa say den na Ghana panyimfo betimi aya afa sa asemu ye ho
ache
it's long overdue. Yeah, I said when you breaking news. And then you be see that. Dear NC that dear President Mahama ka say. Obi back hospital, mamon can't chance a bed in the whole Timon no. You be sure dear way two sides. Yemi a bear man can't born now. Obody ne call lebu, call 37, call ridge, a call he, ne call we actually or 2 and another one, see I don't know. Sabe ba no susumina so men kan se eye nembom yeni abema Ivan Che Innocent eye nurse awaye ne masters nyina wie ono oye medical person just wo kan asem a me fa na serious waye adwuma wo hospitals bebre ogusu ye adwuma asem ada no ka cham ne say ya so obinya accident. I think he said it here, the video is still on our page. O say ya so obinya accident adia ba ko edi akotire ma nipa ni timi wu ntem eye moja prem nipa no ko the more na nipa no elusu blood no obeye weak obetumi ewu at any point in time. So I am medical person here, they say nipa ne brewa adia di kan ya wasa wo ye ne so be stop blood no wo be si moja na enyu ni nipa no ne kwan se ne be ya at least obenya ahoden na watwa treatment so watimi enya nkwa ba sa wo tani nipa ne down na moja pram na owu a ene esebe previous ama no susumina so mo bi anye ma no nsibode yeni abema na aka board na moja etu na owu ye no me ye sure sasanka ye je ne to fom stop blood no mpo ene ote ase na me ye sure sanka da busuafo ani beje amfa so say ye beka say ye hwehwempa na yamba na wu because enkwa eye baako pe chance wodi nipa beto nchance sumpo no wanyankwa yamba nipa ni nyankwa wie na ye wi ya beka nchance na wodi ne to so no wasem basi ye beka se da bi yamba nipa ni nko wu ansa abraye nim se nipa ni wu a na do anka bi ankyere ye wase de ontimi nya ne se wo bi awu no de ne beba nkwam na ma economy atete apansam de obetimi aye ne yie pacho wanka ankyere yen enti owuo anase nkwa de ye ba akope obie ni wade ba nkwa be di agro enti sa wodi nipa no kwa beto apampa so no waje ne nkwa ye de ne beto woni age nipa ne nkwa ne ye wia ya be kwa apampa na sam enti ene ewo mu se kolebu doctors association concern no mu raise no aye very legitimate aye genuine concern. But my point is, enti ye man krofo so wu ana. Chance ya wo maame, o papa, wo nua bi okoba ma wudie. Ena obekwa akwu because ye se mpani ho. Na nka sa wo nua na wo maame ana wo papa no, ye de ne to fam ne age ne nkwa na afa ne ko ofi anka ape. Me ye sure say age se sabi obi a wo ye baifo. Enko na obekasa asema me kan. Ento asumu Yenji nipa ne nkwanwie ye wiane afa ye beka bed na sama bisa abansa oye ne den because it's long overdue. But a woman say accident and emergency unit one are overcrowded. Agreed. But yenti me so nkasa nkrofo ni nkowu. We can't because enkwaya ba ko and we can't joke with it. Me say engineer no akwada branch ye na wadi 29 years. Full of life. Car bono ya de na bedru o ya se bed ni wonti ya jani pa na me na wu. Sabe ya de ne to form sa time no. Ene ye stopping moja no. Ene ye jane nkwa. Me ye sure say enka na nkoma ne be ye nkoma foforo. Enka afa na bia ye bedwe ho say oh okwa na kwa de ne to e form ne ye dan ye hwe no enka no ya nkoma na mbom enko wonkwa. Me ye sure say enka na busuafo ye wo mu wom sese no nkomu nim. Owo ade se bi nto. Ade se bi nto woni pa. Oye wani da so. He enipa bebre da ye so na e wo mani so akate shot adentia nipa na e wo so oboa no wo wo kwantimfi me cancer accident bi si wo Kumasi Accra road yi so that time kwa de na afa na master radio foforo wo techima wo asta there was a man involved no ye adwuma wo magazine kache no tonton sa spare parts ni ade na kakra wo ni nsam obefa na ma wo abuso kan ha
okay
ekwan so na omukonya accident na papa ni wuye every time na me free tachiman no kana wo hwe ne mada bra bom ne yira setena no wo mu a na areho che wo mani da so bi no akate short and you see I just assume make a bin to woda wuti anye ye na kopia busua bi mu na sa busua no nya busua wodwen won ho a wo ma me no papa wu a wabrabo no asi I just a divine intervention.
Yeah.
I just a one in a mabrabo ni mu na wakohia wo bidumfo bi na waboa. Enti nan koma yedi eya fam yenu. Enipa na ye de o mato fom da ye age o mo nkwa no enkwa no hu hia enti a wose ye de o moto woni ye age o mo nkwa. Ye age o mo nkwa awie afa ya meka fom na o mo da no ho asem eye two conversation. Eye two conversation. And ni nyina hu hia e fom na nipa ne beda nya nkwa no hu hia chenso obeda mpaso no wawuo eye chense obeda mpaso da wawu because abrantia no empana na ye penti na ye di ni chi o ene ye di na chi na moja tu na do wawu atokem nti eno e achievement men eno no by ya de to fom ne age ne nkwa na ka conversation no ka asesa enka sese ye jan owo na samka enka ye ka empana ebi ni ho no asem enti we ya deswa kese wa aban so was aban mani ye na hia sam say enya agudie biye mo no bad syndrome na what ka na ha no mesra aban se efri da kwose ye nya donors bi no mo dem pafri baabi bre ye nya munye yi taxes ne duty ni we na mo toto so report no ni yan clear free because I know people out there lady back in America. I think we are part of NBC women chapter na wo US no. Was say ya na pese ade medical items eba because mostly no eya na omo ewo no omunya ne free. Na wo be shepi ade na ade baba be report ha no. Obaba na duty na nwe ne se na etwen. Sabe hospital bed so yemfa nya deco wo dem. Enti ansa no be di sanyama ne baba Ghana ha no na owobutaye bi nti awodeba. I think government should consider this because say ye ne sa ade nya bibia na abai betimi aye o enyama ne bi o wa ye wo kromafo a wo mo so aye krado se wo mo peso mo boa anything say ya bankrofo ho he ha wo mo sa kwan no so a ye betimi anya nkrofo mo so betimi adonate kakra e dia boa e na se me kofa hospital bed abeboa mo na mo be wie na mo de duty be gu ma pampam dia sanya me fa makora mame kwa homa no so na me ne Dr. Asare Ofe enkodi enkomo me pa cho oye president e de makonebu Doctors Association Doctor Anopay CTV so no yam watching
Major also me chair for TF nyina so
TF jo so ya da wase papa Anopay so me na se ne wada age awanya amame na over the weekend and I said during the holidays no ye hu senia konebu mu emergency and ya can say emergency unit e kwa ye overcrowd as na nipa gugu fam ni ade mama ya ti asese eye no kre but more work based on directives president e de ebaye wadawo ma betimi a kire ye mu kakra say situation it say
no sene directive ne no say obi aba ho a men kan kire ne say e ho ayema nti je no to ho nti de ebetimi aya ne say sempane de ayema nti sempane yema na ya pa akonya na ya de watena so de otra akonya so betia hwen so na kese ono de obeda form na treatment ya de ma wa at least so be stable no na ya fiase nti situation no sa na te na eno na emse ya pese amanfo nyina eti ase se ha dwen kakra se wa we patient na ya de watena akonya mu na oda form no unya the best care because akonya no wote akonya na wo yam na ya wo ya doctor na se ososo omiamia wo yefu no no hu diagnosis no wote akonya ma ye ntimi miamia asa na ebetimi hu diagnosis agi se wo da ho it na say doctor no diagnosis no kra no ohun ni ye o hu na ma wa dro no se wo hian so na say o safety no a problem na doctors no nurses so ye mistake pressure no am ye mistake so na so another problem and you didn't say pressure no ne overload crowd na abaho no enye ma healthcare because patient safety no be compromised doctor and nurses and safety no be compromised enti anamonto bi e say management ne aban etu no esomotu ne mo se ne be ka say me ba ho na problem bi e ne ho ye fine say everything is under control and this said that minister ne ba na ho ye fine by ntisa ntisi nyina agitum na ye nyina etenase na ye hwese ne be ya crisis ye be overcome ye refer wa ambulance no be frɛ ho no mo wa kire hospital kwan wo because ambulance ne de onima ne kolebu no de naba 37 no de nakɔ na kwan ni ho eno e hagin but e bi ko na e bia hospital ketwa bi wo ho ba ye nim specialist bi wo ho sa case we do betimi ahwe na ya redirect wo akɔ na one or two bi akɔ na ya hwɛ mo nyina na obi atimi anya nkwa eno na ya hwehwɛ
all right dog me person me ti ase de wo ka call center na wo ka ho asem no I learn say answer the be referral no ya na omo frɛ ebia hospital kro no ebisa I don't know so be educate yen kakra no pay ya how is it done
I omo frɛ no omo de na ye different kakra on say national ambulance service international ambulance service no so from so omo mefa patient so what refer be yen fa patient ne ko enti ho no be frɛ nipa no on be frɛ so refer no ya trust fa ne ko reja o be frɛ reg sem yes me fa nipa bi mbrɛ wo na reja ka se kwan ho he ko ni ho
okay enti dia wo kan yesen ka yenya call center ba ko a ye be ya referral na ye be fra sa call center no no momu a coordinate various hospitals na me ya hwe ba bi a specialist any ekwan wo nya sa na wo kan
exactly enti sa center no enyo no be bisa se kwan ho ha na kwan ni ho
okay
on no system no be bia kwan wo bia no
e be what system no so
e wo ne system no so enti nya fe no be fra bisa
oh okay but dog I know they say no so be long term dey ni bia wo
oh there be eno dey say national ambulance structure see wo he cry there you just have to modify it into your systems no existing we just have to modify it okay number 2 no mo ne minister e discuss ya mo kire sa adwen ne kire no sa di we no sa suggestion we no enye na asem o no bed syndrome media 20-30 years or more asemo name ya e woman na ba ko bi ba media na abaya asem say but e wo hot ha and Ghana Medical Association aye meetings and I dey suggestion we ato ho de enye na asem nti suggestion we dey enye new the head say some almost to me implement here. Ama in the short term, the best of a problem. Now, in the long term, as I say, hospitals now refer no, you me a training specialist, any equipment, any intensive care facilities, need personnel. Send a regional hospitals no, so be me a training panel refer and back.
Okay. Dog and pay ma menase. We all hope for the best. Nyami Asia mona edumaden so amoye nyame mo ho ban famaye.
All
right. And inti panyina ya ne no kodi nkomo e Dr. Asario Fair president e de makolebu Doctors Association. I think sa nkomo we no kwanza nke eche wo ho kra. It's long overdue because me kra na minim say ya de be check. But say na doctor echire mu na say national ambulance service kra no omo system no we can just tap on it ya be biem kakra. Na fe ya migrate all the hospitals no e dia to so se na be ya se ya referral ye be hu ba bi potia ye ko na ya fa dipa ni nkogu ho bebre chawo na Ghana so asa niema nketinkiti bi
something we can do just do
a blank we can do it
in a blank we can do the shortest possible time we can do and we allow ourselves I want
to ask something
it's sad.
School na ya kwa nti fa so be mpa na de magana
school mu de wo hena wo kan
school ya nyina ya kwa bi school ya wa kwa bi amesumi kwa bi ye no akia kwa bi school na ya kwa because I have seen them answer your academic system no entale with ye ni na ye de tukuro num no
that is the problem
because as ye kwasua de bi but practically dia wa bonten na wa se ye be boa nipa ama nipa sitire mu aye complete no asa edisuano e na paralyze so ahu edisuani nam ha and a problem of the country no so nam ha
yeah why do we even go to school we go to school to be able to solve problems
but yeah school na ya to solve the problem yes I can create problem yeah school na ya kwa no kwabra ne akwa sua de awie no afa no aba be kire se pen ne paper on fa ayim na me fa 00 ka we
ya dwene na deda ya mfa nye adwuma
te ba ko free we mu ni nyansa wakwaje wo school ni nyade otimi di ye ni recycling no wa create invoice o say ti wa hu invoice we yatua ka wi o mun san fantum yes san date ta sa se ya adusua na ekosua no yekosua kro no smartness adi be wi akro no ba disua obi esua wo kwa mama ahodo so a we say wo kwa China enkura ketenkete wo mo ne mo produce ne mo ye ho ne de abakro ma na egu ye market ne ye tom ha obekwa ko hu toy car bi ye obi akọ hu opaso otoma ne ba abakọ na China ni akwa keto a owo class 3 class 4 ne practical work na da market so ni ya to agu so ni ye tom ni aso ye to enti ya defia na ye fia wo Ghana ha no pa faso be pa na wo so wo be hu na we ya bo PhD doctor professor mo ya ba school no kra ye kọ no kra to da bi enya kọ no we need practicals we are Ghana yes the education system na ye chiwe mpo and then lecture wa de na de no kire wo no one ka the same thing pa was wa bo wa hia de wo chiro kra no atim
obema osi uti anyi ya ji
wo ama si ni di reset de omo hoden Tony Goodman e wo ahoma no eso eto da bia ya na ha dwen me nima de ya hia wo Ghana ha problem here that hospital ade we me nya sure say your problem kese bia twa so hwe bra ye bre many abema Tony Goodman e wa ahoma no eso akasa Emma Ministry of Health. Tony, good morning. Hello Tony, good morning.
Good morning.
Pacha mo bie Tony yinum kakra na mentenenka. Ana Tony bro for some na abantene voice no profiling na mame. Tony that to say.
Nyame adome ye won so.
Nyame adome ho ye pa. How was your holidays? Ekoye ya da nyame ase. Wa akoye de na say chicken unya bi we. Me ba nya bi. Me nuanum krabofo ahia me ma mu nyura mu di misi mu. Anyway, away from that, I think during the holidays, ye nyina ye hu video bi ana sheda nya nika. But me no conversation here two sides emma me because I no pay na me ka say Yemi abema na wonya accident a okọ ya ye turn ne down no. Ye de ne to form ne je ne nkwa ne ka conversation no asesa. Ewo mu se no bed syndrome enya de pa. But you see during holidays no ministry then na mo ya afa ho because this conversation eba na ekọ it's like we are not solving the problem.
Me da se ma men check for no pay. Eba na ekọ eba the way you discussing no and also eka
ho be all right.
Yeah, back to Ministry of Health. So problem is beto ye.
Okay.
No bed has been there. I what hold it data. But ultimately coordinating year. Ma pressure no come from kakra was central point no.
Okay.
And my Ghana Health Service directive say omo no mo hwe district hospital and regional hospital so into omo dey say patients na ba ho omo stabilize omo answer na ye move omo akọ e bia rage and asa kolebu. And you know that is the directive. It's the movement of patients in the hospital. But about emergency cases, obi in case and yenya 10 and 20 emergency cases na inform. But it happens. You want your friend spike back period be obeko na waju. E be do time be na ekosro. That period no say patient number of patients bakosra. The only thing I know omoye in the past no say empa anyhow. Now you are driving through Accra say nyame ambemu na wewu. Na sa problem is our conversation baso na yakusi nipano na sa. But currently, minister and directive me say, even though you share nipa or other facilities, ye de nipa no back olebu and I say reja mo de mo bomb more den say your form cra mo making sure say mo be jesa nipa no nkwa mo ye no na ebia obia ye ono ne ho atono we bia surgical block medical block say nipa no mo nyi no na ye move obi nso an ho atono sa emergency na emfa sa nipa no nkwa say de be ye nipa na ye de na ba na oda form no e be nyampa na ya hwe no yenya so say a strategy abeboa the entire district hospital and other hospitals no ebe refer aba kolebu anasa rage say edia ye wie ya stabilizing the panel ye pe omo from specialist doctors say omehwe say ni pad ebi ni honte also omoko higher me no ka say ye ni e frɛ no crash program. Our Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons say they have a lot of specialist doctors in these areas to take care of them. At least you better making sure every facility, not every crana, most of the facilities will have these doctors. So very soon,
okay.
Not gradually in a year if you make us a nano chana ye if you are a problem at now what okaso year kakran we if you.
Okay. Yane Dr. Asare Kasa ye Kolebu Doctors Association President or make point to be said as the kind of say nipa e wo no so extra and also mobile ne den I think say necessary doctors ni bi so wo ho a omonya baby mfa ye ministry no mo dwen ho say mo ye nim some fa bi nche ye de na so Oliver to esi ye premo
me peni aba any doctor bi o office here ye nyamfa no omo aye form na nsin what say bebre na air report ni nti aye yes no say yes say obi anko district obi anko region na onko report wo say say it me say de na ye mfo obi de fi region bi emba Accra ye be hwe nipa no ho enti na make say strategy no edoso and then you the result. But very soon, no, you know, you be result. And until now, yeah. Say, be Pia pussy doctor, Biano, or no, your uncle. Now, on also go Juma. Say, ye fat, many about an answer me papa be if you region beer. And then ya can also said, or say, region night to me, a society arena, no, now,
all right. Tony Mame Nasi no pay. All right. Tony Goodman Kasa at the Minister of Health and I Kasa and we hope that very soon this conversation will be a thing of the past. Yen to mean to us your crowd at least yen reduce no crowd to the minimal point. Yen would ye yen because maybe I'm still of the view say nipa ni be wu pa de o de eni ya fa ne nto akonya so ne enye nkwa because me apa o se nipa ni be wu pa de eni o de amane na akonwam no onya nkwa ye wi ani abeka akonya no ho asem simple akonya ne form ne de ye beka ho asem na mbom nkwa ne de ye ba akopɛ nipa no wu asa over the weekend amene na mtentan no so na me ko hu say ye say the four first states Wamoso wamodi expose bi banda minority ahura jemu na expose na me say na expose ben no yes so source na me say so source na e fa den ho yes o big push na ekoso no President Mahama any ato forcing any honorable governors agboja road minister o ma ye so source na me so okay Toma ye so na yan kwahwa se so no etiamra no and e dey until dem wasema ba and wasema ba because emera bi atwa mu NDC for kan so no wasem e wo NPP aba mu say eniama bebre koso e wo aba ni mu ye so and it say ene NDC aban aye bia ene ye expose na mu eya na expose no brofo no na mo ntiase ana se eye de na ya na ye mo sa no all right I must say big push projects, you know. I saw something. They are gonna for me. Can be binchiramo. Who was the NPP for? Quiet. Say me who am ebi ana wunya who am because me may say who am inside and out. You know why? What they did in between 2013, 2015, 2016. Me pesa me call 09, ni 10, ni 11. Hold dear no. Debbie. There be fresh on our mind. Aya President Mahama time, the first time now obaye no. From 2013 up to 2016. Omo niama no omo ye no. Aya sa niama na no omo ye. Omo they are good at changing names of things that they do, including their name. But when it comes to their character, they don't change. Etu omo no ade no eyantro, omo nim say eyantro. But obetimi aka consistently na fe abeye wasum say eyenokre. That is how they behave. That is how they behave. When you learn Brandon, may I sure say catchre oh yeah, so you PR, right?
Yeah.
Yes, inti obia why PR be obesua Brandon. And Brandon they will teach you say adie bia ebeye consistent and I say ebe to so wo customer no na gym any na so adie wo de be man continuously no esteke. Anything na ye wo bi wo ho no ma onya Samsonga on person obesisa biem. You know why? You're feeding with Brandon no with a certain perception. Eti akanitim asteke adane no correct. Whether it is true or not, that is how the customer or the client ehu ade no. Eti NPP for they are good at it. Obe selling true no consistently. Wow, diama cocoa they na backfire no. A backfire because cocoa farmers na nkasa hunu say Kaneno se na marketing nya wa Ghana omo de Cote d'Ivoire. They say Cote d'Ivoire dia ne dia kra eya kra. They say eya times 2 of the wa Ghana. Enti cocoa farmers na nkasa na ama sa dia na anodom prane ne polia do mo ye no. Aya concert. On say omo na ma it say concert no mo ye. Oh yes, they are not serious. Enti adane concert ene omo nam krom no mo ye. Na wan hu polia do na anu okoya wo shi jama okoko ase. Wow, why you idle at check? You just need to be active. Eti mami pebi binye. Another prayer adwenya ne say, oh, I say parliament ni ye nwumi ye. Mami nko na me koye bibi anko fa adwen beba me so. They are just idle, they don't have anything doing. They are not serious and even amono the akwaso system ni mu no. Oma won say afa adena dan ntin ma yenye bibi to distract. Cha expose bia ni baby ah. Ghana for expose bia ni baby answer na sa expose kro na mbeka no me ya wa ha na me bia ni so a kire wo amosi eye so sourcing agreed memo wa wo de antia NPP for ya kohwefo na mo nka no kre so sourcing na wo mo kase under the big push President Mahama ni ato force ne governance agboja ye so sourcing ti wo mo nti bi da because emre bi ya atwa mu no NDC for can so sourcing e wa Kufuado abam and na me keka projects and as a contract bi mu am Kufuado ne no for atamo edema so sauce na sheda nya de anka hu here for so sauce but they did it. And no na NDC for kan wasem. Now listen. So I mean interchange. Why mo na sha ase? Enya NPP for na start here. Ah mo tutu. E from one no e de chance twa wo hia. Contract no mo ma na ye so sauce. Me pa cho president Mahama ne government agboja any ato force buy no contract no mo sisa no. Almost sisa contractor no. Dia wa ma ye ne say swami interchange no na sika bia ni ho. Ano mama get everyone dia be big push ase. Ano president Mahama attack say ato force say e kwan ya be for so obenya sika wo de be fund sa big push no. Eno ya wo wadwuma. Enti swami interchange na da ho no. Eya NPP na de ma so sourcing. President Mahama buy no on sisa contractor no. It is one more so sourcing asem a. Eno ya number 1 na me pacho eye so sourcing na free NPP for. It is one more yes expose. So bia ye so sourcing na. So I mean interchange no eka big push project no ho. Because am ko no ma nya sika. President Mahama na akire say ato force kwa be for so abepe sika bia pesika bra big push project ne de eni kwan se eche. And the so I mean interchange akoka big push ho. Enti expose number 1 na ekwama NPP for ne say wo na ye so sourcing e ma contract was so I mean interchange no. Me pa cho de to so emienu eya ofanko nsawam. Me pa cho eya wan mu na start sa ade no. Anya NPP for na de ma contract. Eya munyi Ghana map ni free TV no so. Ya te ase. Anya NPP for na de ma contract. Ofanko nsawam road no. First you pokwase interchange no. Eno na ya president Mahama project. Eno de open hu sika to ho. Ba wo mi confirm ye say oboba na sika da ho. It is our project and they can claim it. What they can claim, eno ko mo claim ya be half. Aye sa nsawam ofanko kwan no. And also a so source into so almost a expose dia. And I expose from the MPP by the MPP. Because some of them are contract. President Mahama by one second contractor no. Me patro ye nyina yantiana of Anko in Sawam Road. Contractor packing in Yama say, Tikabia ni want to okofie. Yeah. Me patro ye kaya na se enkai. Yet yana contractor ne ka so of Anko in Sawam Road no anko so bia because MPP for ntua ne ka. Enti wagye adwuma no kwa ana president Mahama ka kira to force nse masa kwa na akwa sika fa be ye adwuma no ana bo kwa mi agboja o gina de nan so wo ba kwa na to force one ne o ma ne na o se bra sika ndo be pa ba ana o mo dia kwose big push enti me pa cho say ye so na NPP for so say ye expose dia anya one more na expose wo mo bi kwa contractor no president Mahama nsesa no atofasi ansesa no kwani aboja wansesa no aye the same contractor what president Mahama has done and say mo anya sika ana no akokoko hwehwe sika dia ma kwani aboja se kwakoma contractor no nya adwuma me ba che say ofanko kwan no ete wo san contractor no oye adwuma na so onya adwuma so oguso oye adwuma boni a president Mahama aye so kopa sika so mo fa wi adwuma no mebo NPP for Bonia, President Mahama ye. Enti mudia na nka moma dwen ya mo se onya project no mane na homo a. Na Ghana for mre. Mudia se ye bra na ye mo de. Ghana for ya mane huru ena ye NPP for de wo. Eno ena ma wo mo hum wa sore sore. Enti se na wo mo so wo manya expose bi no mo ba be ka. Me pa cho ene na eno na da hɔ yi. Me pa cho another sourcing. Ah mo kan wa sam se ya da big pusher. Eno ti ye expose no. Aya denta dodo wakwan. Me ba cho here for the start here. Here for the award contract no. Enya NPP for. Person. Ana president Mahama beto so. Ana wa migrate dia akọ big push ase. Sani e be ya adwuma no be kontem. Ana wa taxi ato force se kwa hwehwe sika. So you see something. Sa project ya me bobo so gira se NPP for say. Enya omo na de ma contract dia. Se president Mahama ekwa commissioner mo nkelebu wo ba bia. Mo ko jira ba bi nka se oh nsa wa mo fa nkwa kwa se ya ne start ye mo start ye no mo awie se kwa da mpesa mo chese contract no kwa nya mo na mo award ye because ye so se na mo claim say ye expose ah mo de ba contract yi so mo na mo award ye enti say ye so se ahwa na ye Nano mo monitor President Mahama resetting tour na oko will be Miami Kuro Bono region. Make up bona full chest. Because they say Sampa Genjini Road and a big push. Huh? Me say Adia Bakwa Yen Sauba Jamai no Brekun West, Jamai South. We will forever be loyal to President Mahama. You know why? Yapwine, Pitiya Katwa Pencil. Yenya President Biama Name who say, Muhia asphalt. Obiama ya sapete. It was ya sapete na, acha 6 months, no corner so tutu. Who come Krum Sampa? Who made by 11 hours to 12 hours, 13 hours for Quem? Are they? Edia Yabuno Hayana Miko. Messima number 8, about 10, 11 after Medu. Are they? Nana me call Bakina, you cross Medu. Me child flight is a me call a Yakan say America. Thank you, Medu. Babuno Haya, Ghana, as so Buno Haya in America, Mitimidi 13 hours for Quem. Hey, Namanya or Bia, or so one so would deserve it as fat to be, and yes, sapete. Nia Yabrekum, Ginger Sampa, quine, and the big push. Eh, yan asphalt abamia. Now what me catcher say so in a expose. Something is wrong with your brain. Something is wrong with your brain. Do you know how people have stopped on that road? Wouldn't send you who was our kind or so. Because some by your hospital now running your papa biasa. It is here you refer Kosunyai. Now sana ya do be for sa kwine or so a quantum down my catcher say you're twin the abortion road. Mikura Mokwine. The dear that's your abortion road. Because obinium no fa so obepon ekwanya aka ne nam so etimi yese ka no wonam na ne tie ba ko hwewiem na ba ko nam fom na ka na sugar too bad. That is the nature of me kuro mu kwan too bad. Na President Mahama say mo so mo deserve asphalt ni bi nya sapete na ya big push ni aye so sa wo be ka cha me say den e expose Adia wo waye bi na president abe inherit akope sika ba be shebe no wo say den e expose ha mo di answer bibi yam wo krom ha o mo yare na di as opposition na mo koye no asa yam ya ma bitterness nti asa mo ye bibi wi ansa na madwena ba so say ade no kra mo ye no kasa mo touch on Ghana fo akoma adenta do wakwa we so mo ya wo ni me impact de beba. In some woman from Kwakwana, more abandon yana more awarding the source na mujane hono. Na President Mahama kwa bono. Me pacho Kofi Job. One no man contract to Ghana. Kofi Job. Anya NPP time yati Kofi Job no man contract to Ghana. Ne contract ya de man ni na President Mahama onye vindictive to sana nado. President Mahama onye vindictive to sana nado. And on your discrimination to say the NPP for Motiano. Until omo contract no and found some NPP for NDC for. Wa maintaining contractors no. And na wasa pesi kasa mon fan kwayadwuma. Na no abo Kofi Job din say Kofi Job obi kra de ne car. On kwada na encha to force security ya ne car because we resist certificate. He just said it on the jovial side. Kofi Job anya NPP for na oma na ya popular Kumasi. Any Ashanti region 80 mu yesisa ahokwa nyina ma no oni cha ba wuntumi ye enti ayada na afedi ade achi ayada sori a mo ba be ka che say so sourcing enti mesra mo Ghana for first state expose ni ba bia the expose no big push project no mo be ka ho asem dia ene me pa cho 23 out of the 51 contracts no NPP for contract mo ma ye so sourcing some na President Mahama kai ne tofa bom nyina ne say that big push akwan na wode ahye big push ase no akwanya eda na koma so opese kwantem enti we ba cho se bia wo ya contractor na eja bia wo yusu hwibaro na de sisa tapete efele gaba opa cho se contract we enya wodea enti automatically issue send a signal to NPP for mamoti ase say ejuma na da ho no nya afa ne ye kwakoye competition wo ho e wasi ahwe say why na what capacity why na betimi aye ejuma ne ntem because adanta do wakwan we ye benya nkomo awie o enipa egu sa kwan no so nya kwan enipa ketwa ofan konsa wam road o ma wi anka wonim sanya Ghana fo bebo se wo krom ha enti nya afa ne ye kwakoye say so ya contractor hwan Debbie Jepo bia or what capacity and you see Dana 51 contract na me pacho enye contracted 51 yamo madwuma o enti nkrofo we kra ye nyo moden wo krom ha akaida for ben pa ne no motie hwe contract no mo claim na ye 51 na ye 51 no eye adwuma no ya split o because unim everyone chi ekọ wa kwan no ya chem oti asenti eye contract baako ba ya chem se ne be ya we ye hia na akontem enti sa 51 sourcing is a big lie. A big lie. Aya kwan no ne ya chechem we nyamra ne mehia na nkwantem eno so bone be ne wom Samudi adi papa bi abema Ghana for ya ho ha ye no munti bi da afa kwada mo so ya mo inflate figures be no mo inflate ya no so mutimi provide mo be kwa kofa numbers bi dia ba hye ho but you see the only reason why NPP will still remain in opposition is because they say ya hu wo me they say ma hu wo to the point to say asabi wo ho na mo ka mitimi da nam na ma analyze asem no mintima ni kra ha me ho en stress me ho mada no kra no mitimi analyze asem o mo ka because ya jandam enti ma chill say contract ne dodo no kra mpo o mo ka ho asem no was inherited contract ne dodo na NPP for na de come so sourcing and president Mahama beto so ono onye ni paboni ti said na nado obedi yewuo na Sewia hospital oja no for 8 years wa mua hospital adi yawie oye yanka konfa no che pressure no keso ate Sewia hospital so oja ho me pa cho bankra lamport no krampo ya yikofo ankasa na start ya so oba 8 years o abandan no o san ko ka che so de foforo so oba ba ye bankra lamport ekosi hin market you kura wa Kumasi for from market wa 8 years omo ye ne den until you see they are just distractors yan distracted yama koso na wow enti ne maka say entura ya ade bia omo amadwene say entura no consistently yet was so beba be no kura magana for because omo ye bi pen amanafa 2016 they did it amu ya mebe fam Ghana for say as a president Mahama wa mwani pa kwa so ni pa boni for pa o echire ni ebe wu sasa kwafo panyina kwafo tetwa mwana nkasa na fe de ya ma omo say ekwa ni ne mfa now listen yet Ghana ha ena yasikal ni G video se hwan omo ba ba ye monitoring of telecom so se den Pacho sa contract no na so sourcing na ya monitor telecommunication ni de akeka ho de ase wenke hia bia but ye hu say ye po bi a capacity no a wo betimi aye adwuma no ye de ma so sourcing ana me bo aga na for mu refi kan ji video anda yes no wusu ne ye kan sen kan for yata aya so sourcing no de mai ye tie ya na ye ye de moja be fa wiem e de akọ hospital drones ne zip line Aya so sauce because abaina dwenchira no samra ne say at a project no obi akeke na betimi aye amode ma so sauce yet ya ne as Ministry of Tourism so omo capacity building $14 million omo ya ne so sauce na capacity building so enke so sauce capacity building $40 million ya say de kwaya capacity building so sauce ni nyina ya wetra se wa Ghana ha ya se ya ma street light contract 102 million Ghana cedis eno so sourcing na light de asan ge betima ka so obi abe supply light obi abe timi as ka kire se wo man dwetre sisi ya na aka so supply light o timi supply light so abe supply ba ye ne so sourcing ya ne so sourcing na wa Ghana ha ni nyina ya te ya se kokko board for ana bra ya bra ni koko board for bra ma bra nyina ne koko sector another press ye nya no no onye concept koko ase nyina ne say koko board aye so sourcing sourcing no me ya no. Oma road contract bebre. Under sourcing. Tia wetena say wa Ghana ha. Enti mesra mo hra. Expose bia ni baby ah. And our father said now expose. Oh, boy expose bia ni baby ah. A big push project no obeka ho asem dia. President Mahama di kama yeti ase say. That big push project no opening them. And most of them were inherited from Akufo-Addo amamuom from in Sawamo Fanko Kwan. Akufo-Addo na dem contract or dem so sourcing. Adenta do so sourcing Akufo-Addo na dem buy. So I'm interchange to two from her. I didn't chance you try who she so sourcing Akufo-Addo na dem contract. O we no ja hokọ yesika kra wa nya bi. Enti di asɛmwa. Ti e ka se e kan ye bebo boso a. Mumia manu na munya abayiye na mo ne ye nte wo Ghana ha. Na mu ya Abayifoɔ dodo.
Expatriates, farmers center so. They should do it for us. I get a bit weakened. The nationalist that I am, the only way we can promote growth is that we should empower our own local contractors.
Okay.
There are many that can do this job. And so, as soon as I could see her, and I'm sure that Hassan Ayaraga was seated just next to me, and I scanned through the VIP, I pointed out that I would not be surprised if this person sitting here is the contractor.
Okay.
And it did not take long for that person to be acknowledged as the contractor of the project. Then I said, well, my thought and that of others are not the same. They want the job to be speedily done. But we should never underestimate the capacity of many Ghanaians. Selnim Airport bypass.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know that there was no road there.
Yes.
And we had to cut that road through the Spinters road. The railway was crossing.
Exactly.
A Ghanaian contractor was able to cut down. The rail was not stopped moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ghanaian contractor, Yusuya Limited, Ghana Limited, was able to cut, look, say on baby, like they raised it, cut down, build it, held the so cars pass under and the rail is still crossing.
So you knew, say.
So I know that Ghanaian contractors have the capacity. Nia omu eni largely will be the capital. But projects like this, that government already has funding for them, giving it to Ghanaian contractors and giving them the specific designs. Margin.
Okay.
And it's a bit me abwa. Beyond this observation, I think that the project is well thought of, because there will be coal store facilities.
Yeah.
There will be, your friend is saying, warehouse facilities. There will be training center, Obia Oye Kuyani, Adriania Okwakodria, any Bibia Okwakoyeno, Obakoho, they will have a time, they will train you. Now, what's modern ways of farming and using equipment now so that you can get maximum yield on the field. Above all, they will be relying on the water to do irrigation for over 1,000 hectares of land. That is about 2,200 acres of land that will be irrigated for the first phase. We are moving away from rain-fed agriculture to a sustainable all-year-round agriculture, ebitmi abwa. And so, let me congratulate the Ministry of Agric, and I'm hoping that one will be established in Sankana, so that the people around that enclave, Omoso, ebitmi afa omwejuma, so that they can get to the highest level, particularly in the northern parts of our country. No, Obetimi who said, we have rains once in a year. Maybe southern south part, you can get rain twice or sometimes 2.5 times within the period. Now you have 2 sessions of farming. Ebimu etimi a year 3 sessions of farming, and I think that depending on the crops you are planting, you can harvest, plant and harvest again. But in the north, once you plant and harvest, you are not likely to be able to plant anything again. So we have only one usage of the land per year, except those who are into 3 crops. So irrigation and allied farming methods, when they are projected in the north, and also ebetimi abwa. Finally, on the roads, Afram Place. Finally, on the roads, Afram Place. Hey, Mrs. Ankana Kwanya, but Afram Place Kwanya.
Almost so Kwanya Kora.
Chai.
And that no more be pushing Bianca. I think they
well, I've seen that there are expansions, and President mentioned some number of roads that some of them will go all the way to the Volta region.
Sure.
I think the Hohoi area.
Yeah.
And Metimiaka say it's heartwarming to see that these things are happening. And in particular, President Rebecca said the Afram Bridge will be constructed. Afram Bridge will be constructed.
I was so excited.
Or say Sonitra again.
And Wakuma to
again. Sonitra, yes, Yankara Brim. Name say Sonitra, I think it's an Israeli company. I should think so. Somebody should correct me. But if it's an Israeli company, it also even weakens me the more. Because these are the companies that Israel will use, get jobs and make money, and go and be engaging in the killing of people. And Ghana government will also give contracts to them.
Okay.
I think there's an indirect support for the Israelis' atrocities that they are causing in the Middle East. When you are Iran, when you are your friends Jordan, when you are Palestine, I don't think that we should be part of the people supporting them. No matter what, Israeli companies will contribute to supporting the Israelis' businesses. And yes, the project is a good project. But who said that engineers and planners could not have done that job?
No. Ghanaians will talk.
There's no doubt about talking. Ghanaians prefer that Yamfama Israel for than Yamfama engineers and planners.
Engineers and planners.
Who says that Fakol roads? So no Fakol roads, Uncle Frimpong. Who says that they cannot do it? Who says that EDMAC and in a consortium, unim EDMAC, who says that they cannot do it? Who says that Yusuya cannot do it? Who says that Lumemf cannot do it? Let's support them. And I think, may imagine, and I don't have any equivocations about this, that if you are supporting Israeli companies to get jobs, you are indirectly supporting their warfare against the people of Palestine, against the people of Jordan, and their recent attack, unjustified attack on Iran. And but the bridge must be constructed, despite my reservations.
All right. That's Bernard Mona sending any holidays, no, a coye and wabonnet of my and I think we no a bear dream a walk crying be so. All right, yeah, what issues best and me and sa and nine you be di and who and come more. I think say a mubako and pay your name Kolebu Doctors Association President Eddie who and come more. Na yehu senior president Emma directive say ye beka se bed ni ho nti ye beja obi na wakowu ne de nipa no ba ye ngeno de nyina we based on engineer ya car board na ye ka se bed ni ho nti ye jai no ma moja pram no ema ni wuye. And we saw how the accident and emergency unit at Kolebu Teaching Hospital was overcrowded during the holidays. No ho asem yene a doctor for no edi hu nkomo e mo che so mo ni minister shia ye o mama ne suggestion say e betimi anka omo enye call centers in connecting emma ambulance service e wo Ghana then e be ya answer na referral be ba no system no be kire wo mo ba bia vacancy na se bed wo na nka wo mo de na kwesen say be try and error yen kwa Kolebu yen kwa 37 and I encourage na afi ye de nipa no 18 no ye one issue I be di hu nkomo. So and Burkina Faso and so ban what they air so and then see or person taking legal action and show police brutalities against civilians and yande. They no so and no home komo e wo ho yebedi and home and komo so and a new sim registration and as a re-registration. And also once I know say over the weekend then you Honorable Sam George war many abema Fredo Council show no so I will cheche mu bebre President Mahama switchire mutamo ko Bono region say ba ko na yedi kan ye no ya mfa bata yen data na ewo NIA no ho because there were so many issues going on at that particular time and I think say for security issues to minimize fraud ne mobile money scammers ne de keka ho no and was say ye na ye connect edema yen Ghana card no na obi yes ade na we chirechire mu ebi wo ho me block ni pane sim no a block ne phone no cry wo de ye no enti o Ghana card pin no so ye be block say be ya untimi san koto sem foforo and san register because scammers na san no mo ye or the number when the scammer wa o report ma MTN na asem telisa na etotigwa na wakoto sem foforo no wato ya twe no de ahye so as yentimi nya hore these are some of the issues are no paying ye ba be hwe nti be na ne start from Kolebu.
No bed syndrome. Yeah. Now me share pictures on one of your sister stations. And it reminded me of 29th November 2009. 2009, sorry. Ana me fi wa enemy busia. My family, Meyere and Meba.
Okay.
There's a community called, it's between Wenchi and Techiman. And then our car assaulted.
Wow.
About 4 times. Somehow, me, but I saw a crack on my wife's head. And I thought that she had gone. Then later, in my trance, me say me kunu womu, and omobai so omobai be me say car no shit. I had the presence of mind then to say no one should force push me, to stretch my hands as I'm being told in emergency situations, stretch my legs, lift them to be sure say baby and booyah. Then when I personally wanted to open the door, no me who say me seat belt, no.
I lock it.
And no achieve me. Otherwise, I'm sure 2009 I would have been an ancestor. So yeah, they had to rush us to the hospital. Yekodru Hospital, no. I was the last to be taken to the hospital.
Okay.
My wife, my son, and my friend, who is now with Agri Development Bank, they were put on the floor. The same way you go to the slaughterhouse, they throw the slaughtered cattle. They were just on the floor. Until Omodimi could do, I was struggling to even straighten up because now my Mrs. Ya lock it. Then me na from Zoom nurses, say na President Kufodi. This NYE and I say be nurses be the buy. And me who back when I say, oh, I then doctor be any here. You just throw accident people here. And I said that the doctor Naba around 4 a.m. and no call here. And I said, please give me the doctor's number. I said that be almost yes hour. Just within that moment, Peace FM called me, Kwame Sefakai. Omo friend me say I'm supposed to be on their show. Then I think it was Emmanuel Bequin. And on no friend I say ma me know I say I'm lying on the floor like a slaughtered cow with my family. I said oh, we had an accident on our return to Accra. Quickly and on the phone Ekoma Chairman General Kwame Sefakai. Unknown to me, I was on air and wouldn't say Peace FM. They have sister stations.
Yeah.
Is it Classics FM in Techiman and Omunina Epic here. So as I was talking and narrating the ordeal, many people started rushing towards the Holy Family Hospital. Yeah, we're lying on the floor. And it took one doctor, Ameyaw. Onuna Oba Bechum. I think he saw the crowd outside. He didn't know what was happening. And then Oba Bechum was the OPD. And saw us lying down. And I said, it's like I know this person. And I say, doctor, knowing me is not the important thing. My wife, my son, and my friend, they are in danger, please. And I said, Mr. Mona, I said, yes. Doctor, no, it didn't take them a minute. And all of a sudden, we were giving beds in a side room. Do you understand? The doctor just moved and started attending to, in fact, one funny hospital, your friend is a doctor's bag.
Yeah.
He just dropped them and took care of my son quickly and said, my son is okay, but they need to examine him further. Went to my wife and asked that they should take her to theater to stitch the year. And went to my friend and examined my friend and came back to me and said, no, as for your case, it's even serious than all of them. Apparently now I was suffering some bleeding inside and I didn't know.
Internal bleeding, so they are list mistake.
You understand? So quickly, I said in less than a minute, the whole inner circle room was arranged with beds for us. How was a no bed in the hospital in Holy Family in 2009? Suddenly, because I was recognized, translated into not just one bed, but even a side ward for us. In Tinka, Dr. Ameyaw Ambechum, what would have happened to our situation? Would have been sitting there, lying down on the floor, and then waiting for who to come and attend to us. So this is my personal experience. So say, Omoka say no bed syndrome. I laugh. Because in my instance, there was no bed. But possibly because people were rushing and hearing that, no, say Nabano. It was later Dr. Mayor said, so you are lying and dying and you are still talking. I said I was called. So I was lying in my pain and talking. And how would I even have known
that you had internal bleeding?
That I was even on air.
Oh, okay, they didn't tell you.
Man can't tell them because me see me near Bequeen, and I'm sure Bequeen is say with me, when in Bequeen. Emmanuel Bequeen, not on no frame me. And just handed the phone to Chairman General. I mean, them said they connected me to line. So he kept asking me questions and I was talking, not knowing that the thing was beaming everywhere. Look, President John Dramani Mahama. Man and Tenase Emma, the ministers in Nkwa and Yejumano. Particularly, say, the nurses and the midwifery council, their secretary general, will insult our minister that he's an ordinary farmer. Of course, I'm a farmer, but I'm proud of my profession. But it doesn't mean that I did not go to school to learn other things. If you think that just studying nursing and becoming a midwife and becoming a doctor in that profession is sufficient, no, people have gone beyond what we learn in the classroom and we are doing other things that contribute to society. And farming can never be a denigrated profession. In fact, the oldest profession, who are now, who can say, the Minister for Health or a mere ordinary farmer, no? Farming feeds you. Your knowledge of medicine and nursing cannot save you if you don't eat. President Mahama must not wait for just the minister to go round to these facilities. He must behave like President Magufuli of Tanzania. No, nankasa on peja netuna onko these facilities. You remember Magufuli? Okodru, one of their hospitals there. Na elevator, I bet me afa yarefo. Ediakosorono was broken down. They said there was no beds in the hospital.
Yeah.
Almost 3 hours. Within the 3 hours, the elevator was fixed and was functioning. The 3 days that he gave for the hospital to have sufficient beds, within the 3 days, they had beds. Why? Kolebu is our premier hospital, our major referral hospital. The best doctors are found in Kolebu. Then some of them have their small clinics they go and do niamofrenu locum, which I disagree if I am president or minister. If you want to work in the public sector, you must completely work in the public sector. You cannot go and have a private hospital.
Yeah.
Come and work in the government hospital for a number of hours and then tell your patients that if they want further treatment, they should come to your private clinic. No. When the public hospitals are not functioning, their private clinics and hospitals are working. No doctor who agrees to serve in the public hospital should go and open a private hospital. If you want, go and consign yourself to your private hospital.
Yeah.
And do your work there. But you cannot take part of government hours. Untimi ye juma wa Kolebu for 8 hours. But obetimi ye juma for 4 hours. Now I call private office now I call 12 hours. 12 hours. Answer no about government hospital now I break. So you come and do walk through and go back to your private place because that place, the money comes directly to you. So I don't agree.
You don't agree to the no bed syndrome?
I don't agree that the no bed syndrome is actually in existence.
Okay.
That is one. Number two, I don't agree. Said they should provide other things. That is the reason why the doctors at the hospitals are not functioning. Majority of them go out there to go and do their locum.
Okay.
Yeah, go to police hospital. May say by 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, na doctors ni nyina apong. Go to 37 hospital, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, no mapong. Go to Kolebu, no mapong. Where officer omo coffee alcohol so that they can get energy to come. No, they are in some private places doing consultancy and charging more. How do you treat what belongs to all of us as it doesn't matter? But it matters. That is where the problem is. That is where the problem is. So, look, if we have to be serious, we have to be serious. The Medical and Dental Council, the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwifery Council, and all other institutions must know that, oh, yeah, government, Juma, you have to work. And work fully. You cannot. And why? Why do we think that labor fought for 8 hours work? To say, oh, yeah, 8 hours, no. It is assumed that you'll be tired. Your body will need rest. Now, your body will need rest. You know, why you go and take another job to do. You'll be fatigued. Mental presence, no crampo, in order to treat some people. So, is it any wonder that you see that doctors go to do operations and they leave surgical things in the body of people? And now all year, Jumano now a break. Until before you realize now a cotty vein be on track. And then it will lead to the death or permanent disability of somebody because they are tired. They are looking for extra money. I believe, like President Kufuor said, if we don't pretend to be paying our workers will not also be pretending to be working. Let's pay them what is due. Let's give them what they are supposed to do so that in the end, I can assure you that this no bed syndrome will not exist in any facility.
Okay. All right, so you expect President Mahama to also adopt it?
He should take the Magufuli, President Magufuli.
Okay.
Say okay, Magufuli of Tanzania.
Sure.
He works, he goes there. He participates in the work. Okohuni Ekoso. He immediately sanctions. Hey, may call in 3 days, Mesayaba. Mr. Oka said 3 days, no, in 3 hours. They fix the challenges before he comes there. Why are we doing this to our own citizens? It's like contractors taking contract and doing shoddy job. There is a road that was constructed from Container to Lakeside. During the elections in October, November, the road was constructed. Obefi said, "Time na yewu matusele ebedure," and the road has not seen job to be done. Somebody has taken money. Consultant has taken money. Engineer supervised the job. Less than 6 months after the so-called construction of the road is gone.
Too bad. Yes, SIM registration no who asem say yes about re-registration because the previous one that we did was not connected to our Ghana card, and for that matter, the Obi Edibone Krana yentimi en blocking nipa no obetimi asa the Ghana card and asa another registration for another SIM card. And see, send ye betimi ama security when it comes to those sector. We have to do re-registration, and this time around, you see a best send the code about phone also. Then we activate the code. No normal link. Wabo Ghana card number no edia SIM. No more link no to one number no. Those who have challenges will have to go to the telco's office to deal with it. Tika ya say, adajia ya say. Yes, baby. Okay, we know you say a kabiani because telco's na and be cost no. That's the only difference. But the way you not say year, it means you have to go to the office. Time. Bernard.
Yeah. Ghana card is a universal card. But me mention why we think that the card system is of any benefit. Me call school ewa Germany. Yeah, baby, I would say as soon as you go to the foreign office and you register. You take your address because you must have a rental, fiscal address, and you register. Yeah, anywhere you go, they feed it into any of their system. It will tell them where you stay. What you are saying?
Yeah.
It will tell them what you are doing. Baby, I want to know and that is what they use mostly. Your address that you give will be able to determine whether you can host another person or not.
Or not. Okay.
Until mostly say obi invite. Now embassy no I could decline no. You don't understand because the address will tell you that this is a single occupancy.
You can't host a different person.
You can't host another person. Particularly when that country does not tolerate your friend saying this is inappropriate sexual relationship.
Okay.
You don't understand? Until obi invite they will not accept you because your residency will tell them that you are a single occupancy. Nia oye will not permit you.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
To be able to host another person because your income level will be shown. Bibia EDA system also. I didn't use a national ID card in Germany. I just gave my address and he provided. But we chose to use Ghana card. And I'm happy with it because Ghana card has been able to identify chiefs in our system. Maybe most of them know could register 4 or 5 companies. But they've forgotten that they use the same Ghana card.
Oh, what the same Ghana card and
you want to register, we want to register, we want to register. Oh, if you say you are wild.
Sure.
But the system will able to determine that, company way dear. Company way no dear. Way so no dear. Because your Ghana card has been used to register all. So when they get your Ghana card number and feed it into your system, all the companies you are aligned with will come. So those thieves who have been going around registering multiple companies, forgetting that Ghana card will expose them. That is what they are facing. So when the Minister for Justice and Attorney General come and say, oh, this person have this company, you have this own company, you transfer money from this to this, and people are doubting it, I said, we were all promoting Ghana card. But we didn't know that today Ghana card will become the one that will expose our corrupt deals. Yeah, so, Ghana card. For the simplest reason that it should be able to take away all other cards.
Yeah.
Ghana card na no. Why na Anya National Identification Authority. So it means that since the National Identification Authority was fully funded by the state to do that job, all state institutions can source that information.
Yeah.
And the Senate should be able to source it. National Health Insurance should be able to source it. Every institution should be able to source it. Now, my Ghana card number. But you say I should come and register at MTN. And I have to physically go. Then MTN will capture all my fiscal data. Wafa. Thumbprints.
Yeah.
Wafa. Your friends say Irish. Wafa. Wafa Mimfuni. Collect all my data and is kept by MTN. Meanwhile, that information is already with the national NIA. Why wouldn't I just send my NIA card and then MTN will validate and synchronize? How difficult is that? How difficult is that? But we went through turbulence, giving deadlines. Our SIMs were even stopped from functioning. They blocked my SIM.
Oh, okay.
They blocked my SIM. So you block people's SIMs for silly registration that we could have just done online. Now, the reason why we went through that torture, say we will be able to eliminate fraudsters, no? Yeah. They say I'm a cramp on a fraud, And on 3 occasions, I don't know what they want to achieve. And the first time, I received a call. And Nipa no catch them say, oh, Oba Bano. Or school. And I'll call them. Into more than no alcohol hospital. And you have to come to the hospital. Then I said, which hospital? I said, government hospital. Then I said, which government hospital? Then I say, so I called my wife and said, where are you? They said our daughter has a problem. But you cross-check with the school. Yeah. Papa no frame me. If you cannot come and your wife is not around, does she have a health insurance? My health insurance number. Then I said, I thought you would treat the person, stabilize the person before you start thinking about health insurance. The person went on and on. So fortunately, my wife called the school, and then the school said, I have 2 daughters and a 3. One is in Wa. Okay. 2 are in Accra. So which one of them were they actually being referring to? And they are 3, they are in different schools. So which school were they referring to? Yeah. But these fraudsters were able to do that. And then later, we found out from the schools that no, there was no condition like that. The children were there playing. then we ignored. Just about a week or so ago, I was in my office and a similar call came.
Another one. Then
I was doing it. The CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, your friend saying, not in my office. Then the call came, I put it in the speaker. Yeah, kasana na nipa na kaya. I say, oh, na trick ya odi bay. Unim say me na me grandmaster. OJ me National Health Insurance card number, so that you'll be able to access my Ghana card number.
Yeah.
Using my Ghana card, you'll be able to access my mobile money or my bank account. I said, so, myself, I'm looking for your Ghana card number so that I can do a similar thing. And I called.
Becca, so what do you do with them? Those people they are fast and insulting. Oh, yeah, I know what would do with them.
So why did we have to go through such rigorous, laborious registration and end up with this level of cyber crime in our hands? Why? Re-registration that will not allow me to go through this. Go and queue will be welcome. It is Sam George Kase, there will be re-registration. It is my hope that we are not going to go through queues.
Yeah, that is what we are praying.
It is my hope that they will just request your Ghana card number, you give your Ghana card information, and then they will immediately link that to your mobile number. And bingo, you go. You don't need to be physically present for these things to happen. Yeah, do you know that some people have been able to take some other people's Ghana card and they use them to register?
Yeah.
Inti, say one koshe o Ghana card. Some numbers are registered in your name. How did that get?
Exactly.
How did that get to be done? Say me using my Ghana card, I go register me 2 SIMs. It turned out that 4 SIMs are registered in the name of my Ghana card. And they are being used when I do not know about it. So this system, NIA can control all the information. All other institutions can source from NIA, feed into their system, and so I'm not opposed. I will only hope that we will not go and queue again. As for queuing India, I don't think that
you can go through again. Okay. Yensha Burkina for Omutomanto ya fe kwado obuso omu mabi nko ba bia biem. Asebo. Omu mabi nko ba bia biem ntina say automatically no wo mo export omu de ban out so. Na say no adane conversation because ye nim say Ghana ha ye tomatoes no dodo ni bi wo ho aye fa edi free Burkina e ma na no kra ye nuanum bi wo ho mokohia kwanhia ya ye ka ho asem kra ye nkan wieye na we so aba peasant farmer said o manu atum se be ha adwen and I think some people civil society in so dodo na do manu atum bi Ghana for ka ho asem se adi de be ha adwen. There was a conversation say Burkina tomatoes no na Ghana for pena ye de na yesi nsuo wo mdodo nti wo de to a na prada ne yakope o seed ni bi na ye medua. That is another conversation a pop it up. Since omo announce so omo de ban to omo export so. Bernard.
Yeah, over the week, we throw an article, a message to His Excellency the President. On the recent security recruitment Bohaha. You can go and read that article. But in the course of it, I reiterated Ejuma ana Ghana Nyayewo we have, and yet we are poor. Yeah, we have arable land. And so accommodation.
Yeah.
We have water. The rivers, the lakes the sea.
Yeah.
And the lakes alone, from Akosombo to Afram to where? The Black Volta. Yansu na eda hono.
Yeah, and sure that.
And ra me kote tegu. Let me kwa koshe property bi wo ho. Crossing the bridge. Ya na nsu na eda hono. The Wager Dam and many others. Wager here. So ni dam no.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying Wager Dam no ebe ye overflowing na. We have to change our routes. It actually comes onto the road. We have gold, we have diamond, we have lithium. Then na yen ewo Ghana. So we have water. And we cannot grow tomatoes. Wager Dam should be able to produce tomatoes to feed Ghana and beyond. Anameba.
Yeah.
The Afram River, all the way to the Akosombo area. We should be able to produce tomatoes using, in fact, every vegetable that this country needs, we should be able to produce there. The Black Volta, the White Volta, and this embankment and many other dams that we have created, we should be able to produce pepper, tomatoes, and what have you all year round. Why is it that Yentimi and yo? A few factors, like I estimated in the article.
Yeah.
When government decides that what belongs to us should be in the hands of private sector, and that private sector is a foreign sector. You don't own anything. Your people will continue to live at the fringes of poverty and take long distances. Yahunim say there are a lot of Chinese growing vegetables in Ghana.
Sure. Sure.
Go to the Ashanti region.
Somebody was telling me.
Go to the Ashanti region and see the large tracts of lands that my brothers from China are owning, producing vegetables and establishing China malls and feeding the China malls with those vegetables. And young Ghana we now prefer China malls and the malls. To say, that we are buying from there because we see that their vegetables are well treated, well packaged. China mall, even Tamale, we have China mall there. They say EU China markets. And China Africa market too. David.
Am I in a complete?
In Ghana for now, those days they used to go to China no market cranium and no mediabano. China malls and many malls are here. The people are doing retailing. We are fighting our brothers from Nigeria for trading with us when China mall is here and they are doing worse than retailing. President of Guta, I know they are moving. Tomato sellers in your friends saying in Makola and other places.
Yeah.
They are being outcompeted by the mall system. The malls are not owned by us.
Yeah.
Those people are entering into more than retail petty trading.
I love the word petty trading.
Petty trading. They have taken it from us.
Yeah.
And then you think that government will do what? Tomatoes are yet to be in Ghana. It's simply a malfunctioning of the system. What is a government? FOMO, baby.
David.
So why are we not able to have farms? Yeah, our schools used to have school farms.
Yeah. Mark be a dam here school farm.
Yeah.
A school farm.
We used to have school farms. Into say agric science master ebetichie we are. There are days dedicated for practical, so So you know where you do raised beds, and you know under what conditions you do sunken beds. You know the planting distance for lettuce, for beans, for this. Classroom, field, so because you have gone to the field to go and practicalize what you have learned in the class, the agriculture becomes a fingertip issue. Ceciano, what has happened to the school farm concept? And many schools, they have big fence walls around them with a lot of land. The schools are not doing it. Where the Mamenka, some of the teachers that are so-called quote smart, they have taken advantage of the fence.
Yeah.
They now deploy the students to go and farm, and the students farm and they harvest it and take home, and not for the school. Because already the school is fenced.
Yeah.
And there's land there, so they just deploy the students. No makoye do amomo, omoya no masua omunyama ediako. It's for them. Why would Mr. Minister Boadu, Eric Opoku, why are we not reinstitutionalizing the school farm concept? There are some young ladies.
They introduced it again.
I know that
John Dumelo was in charge.
There is a young group of people that came to me and I sent them to Dumelo.
Yeah.
We can introduce it and they'll start doing it. At least vegetables way there.
Yeah. Because I think Farmers Day, school be bus.
So we should do this.
Okay.
Why is prison service? What you be? So we are Aponche. Aponche, ne boy saying. Yamfa say 1,000 cedis.
Yeah.
Then you go and lock the person in jail. Put the person in jail. Oh, sorry, I'm not now I'm an at the expense of the state. We are now an eduane, and you may know an eduane. The state will have to provide clothing for the person, provide burdens for the person, and even take care of their medicals. Obi a wako we are ponchia nebua ebe 1,000 cedis no. You've locked the person maybe for 6 months or a year. Calculate how much you spend in taking care of the person in the jail.
In the jail.
And the person is doing nothing. And you think that you are punishing the person. You are punishing your pets. So when you have prisoners, put them into farms, state farms. Let them go and farm. Say, oh, aponchina oko we are here. Yeah, do be call na wakodo. We are aponchino. Na ya come out 5 acres. Una obedo 5 acres, no. By the time you finish your sentence, no, you have cultivated 5 acres for maybe 2 years. Then out of that, 2 acres money will be given to you, so that when you are leaving, that money can be given to you to now understand that going to steal somebody's farm produce or stealing their animals. Inka odi kodo fuma.
Anka wanye
sika. So that is how the state can support you. How difficult is this one to you? Me, I'm happy.
You are happy the ban?
I'm happy that Burkina Faso said they will not give you tomatoes. Because they want tomatoes. If that will serve a lesson, it should serve a lesson that we should produce. Burkina Faso asase. Burkina Faso insuasem. Any Ghana asase, any Ghana insuasem. Which one of us is better privileged?
Okay.
Has Burkina Faso got sea? Have they got lakes?
No.
Have they got the kind of rivers we have?
No.
They construct artificial dams, including the Bagri Dam. And when Bagri Dam is overfull, and they are opening, yet Ghana and Jesus say, Dabi. No.
All right.
I support President Touare. We can do this. We can do this so that others can do this. No. I think Ose Adieyo, Ajimambedu. I don't know, because Ghana was exporting something to Burkina Faso and they seized all of them. I came across a story. Burkina Faso said they will not allow the exportation of those things into Burkina Faso. They don't want their country to be flooded by goods. I think it was maize or something that they were sending to Burkina Faso. Almost Dabi. Because they have come to realize that the Western world doesn't like them. But Ghana for back to be a Kotame brave for Ukraine.
Okay.
Ediaba or mine Ghana, back them as if they are producing Ghana and sell to them. Like the way Morocco will go and take goods from Europe at duty free and come and flood African markets, and you think that they are coming from Morocco. That is a similar thing. Burkina Faso say no. We can grow our own maize and other things. So what they are telling us is that we are not serious. Let's get serious. Ministry of Agri, there's much more we can do. Let the state begin to have lands. Let every prisoner who goes into prison go to do some farm job, go to do something that at the end of the day, they are serving a sentence will be of benefit to our nation. And when they come out, they would have been reformed to know that stealing is not the way out. They could have used that same energy to go and plow and earn by themselves. All right.
Your time and also by Yenti went through a quick one. I think you heard the story of the Black Maria attack on Ibrahim Mahama. Pacho, engineers and planners Ibrahim Mahama. Well, ye artists and na oko tamale na yes say oko filme and also Black Maria for the mo navigate red lights and no more eka say on deleting or see on delete and then ye omo ye the phone from and instead he's taking legal action against the police service.
When the Ghana Police Service want to be professional, they are extremely professional. And when they want to be dishonest, they are. Yeah. We see Ofori. And IGP, I think Dampare. And Kandapa. Na me ye Togo Solidarity Rally Ewoka Okudi Park. Rally.
Okay.
Rally.
Okay.
And yeah, demonstration we are going on a walk.
Okay.
Everybody just come to Kaokudi ni Akasa. Ni achire nyoma ayeko Togo so a eba ha Ghana. And I am Togo for so that the world can hear. Ya onim se omo bachire yan.
On bache mo.
Abuburiyan.
Oh.
Sada no mini Ibrahim.
Okay.
Were beaten. Were arrested. I think that was the day of Kaba's funeral. Kaba of Joy and Ekosi saying.
Kaba. Okay.
Now me see me we na makono. They cut us, beat us well. Put me in the bucket of a pickup and put a gun on my forehead.
Are you a criminal?
I was worse than a criminal. I'm sure that I'm worse than the most wanted drug baron in the world. Sa no mo ye. Yeah, sa no mo ye. They went and framed charges on me until Professor Raymond Atuguba, my lawyer, wrote a letter to the president asking them, and they released me. Another instance where they're not advancement home, and a Yokofi, a tour in the Upper West region, got to the barrier, and a policeman stopped your car. What is it? They were delaying, and I say, oh, boss, na me front, and I say, boss, say, officer driver na aye bonibia. Why don't you take the driver's license and allow us, because from morning up to 3 o'clock, we are famished. We want to go and get something to eat. Yeah, I mean, say we are na masum pine. Call Evans. You can call Evans. Until me sika numuno. When I just got down, this policeman just cocked his gun. Or he's coming to fire. It took a lady policeman to disarm the man from the back. You could do police station say, I mean, call reporter. Or more statement form no Eddie Bremese Minko and a papa say, oh, what is it about? Me say, oh, policeman be no bro me barrier. And all for a statement form there too, baby. And if I envelope be at the FM, say I should write my statement there.
It means Enko baby.
Enko baby.
I'm
just like putting up these things for you to know when the police want to be disingenuous.
Yeah.
So I said, not me, Minchro. So I went out there. Evans Mensah was already with Joy FM as an intern. The story was carried by them. That time we had the evening newspaper. They also carried it. GNA carried it. By the following morning, the regional commander was George Ankobil. Nabibia is well captured. Then the regional commander started calling my number. Bernard, these things happened in my region and you didn't call me. I said, the treatment that was meted out to me, I couldn't have had the presence of mind to be calling you. So the media took it. I said, yeah, I've done it in some cases. This guy is National Security Deputy or Director responsible for operations and I believe Peter Ndekuri. He was then the MTT Director, Upper West. When the radio stations called him Tony Good, unim ne okanye. Or say na me pese me to police in the nature.
Or make creative story
yes.
Yes.
Or say that is why the policeman slapped me. And that is why the policeman cocked his gun.
That's not fair.
I was so livid that the words I used on Peter Ndegure at that day. Tony Good had to find a way to bring the two of us to the studio. Then I asked the policeman, you went to the University of Cape Coast like I did. You obtained degree like I did degree. You don't tell me this foolishness. Because you want to defend your subordinates.
Yeah.
Were you at the crime scene? You were not there. And how did you just manufacture that information? So such blind defense. And no been a Ghana police ediato or in the case of this artist.
Yeah.
Because they said they are going to investigate.
Yeah.
But immediately said that no, the Black Maria is not in the Tamale region. But the officers that were in Black Maria were the people that everybody saw.
Yeah.
So it may not necessarily be the Black Maria, but those officers that were leading the Black Maria are the same people that this young man saw. So don't tell us that there's no Black Maria. If the people who acted violently against the man, your defense cannot be that they are not Black Maria.
Yeah.
They could have been parading as Black Maria. And citizens who know them and know that this is how they were, we know them individually. Until you now create some operations are. So why would you, the IGP, say that the Black Maria is not there when officials of this so-called Black Maria that is not there are the people who went and caused this carnage? And that statement you wrote, what is the relevance of that portion? What it simply means is that you are going to defend and protect these officers that molested and beat this guy up. The police is supposed to be our friend.
Yeah.
But if you choose to be our enemy too, we will confront you with enmity.
All right.
And I told many of them, Kwesi Fori and Kenneth, no, your CID boss. I told them in their faces, Nana Sasraku, when they were in uniform, they thought that they well belonged to them. You were civilians before you became police.
Yeah. If you remove the uniform,
soon after you have gone on retirement, you come back to civilian life. You may not be able to integrate into the society because you thought that the uniform made you God.
Yeah.
I'm sure my brother Dampare, there are many people that used to trump his house, used to call him to seek favors and all that. Today
nobody will call him.
Today, he will understand that being an IGP or a police officer and now being on retirement, they are not the same. So those of you in uniform, you come back. We will all be the same.
The same society.